friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you everything that I take with me whenever I travel on my carry-on bags. I have two bags that are just right beside me right now that I take with me, and it is a backpack and a Uniqlo shoulder bag. This one's not too heavy. Of course I can carry it, but I'm literally shaking. This bag is always so heavy whenever I take it with me because I just have so much that I have to take. Being a tech girly is not easy because I wish I could take like one or two things like my phone and maybe like a tablet, but no, I just have to take so much, and it really adds up and makes this huge, gigantic, heavy bag. Let me put this one to the side so you can't see it. Great. Show you first everything that I take in my Uniqlo shoulder bag. So this will just go with me, as you can imagine, like so, and I will just take it with me on the airport. I have all of my most needed essentials that I can grab onto easily right here. There will be no order to the things that I show you in this video that I take with me. Both bags are completely packed as if I'm going away, and so I'm just gonna open them up and show you everything that I take with me. You can see here it's pretty stuffed. Like I could definitely fit more things in this bag, but you know, it has quite a good amount of things in here already. We're just gonna go through it, and I might explain some things, and some things I feel like they'll just don't need an explanation. They're quite self-explained, like a passport. So I have my Kindle for reading. Another reason why these bags are pretty full and that one, the backpack, is so heavy is because I am someone who just loves to be over prepared. I have a lot of anxiety like in general in my life, and especially like if something goes wrong or I just need something and I don't have it with me, I get really anxious about it, which can be extreme, but I just rather have things with me and like carry a lot and have a heavy bag and not need stuff than the opposite way around, you know? So that's just me. So for example, just in this bag right here, I have handy wipes, like wet wipes, I have tissues, and I have hand sanitizer. Again, I probably wouldn't need all three things. I could just do with one. Most people would just have like hand sanitizer, I guess, but I like to have it all with me. And also most of the time, like my boyfriend or my sister or whoever I'm with, they may need it, and I like to be that person who is able to like, oh, here, I have it, let me just get it for you, rather than be the one asking for it. I would hate that. So I like to take all the essentials with me, and you'll see this throughout the video. I also have a spare bag in case I buy something. This is one of those little bags that you just open up and then you have a bag inside. It's starting to fall apart a little bit. Oh, I also have some lip balm, which I carry in the same pocket as my hand sanitizer. Just this little pocket right here, which, by the way, I made a whole video on my Uniqlo bags. I have two of them. The other one's literally just right there, the little black one. And I take these with me not just on like trips, I use them every single day, like in my daily life. So I made a video showing like my everyday bag essentials featuring these. If you're wondering what I take with me like on my everyday life, just my little shoulder bags, you can watch that video, and I will leave it linked down below. So next in here, I also have, very important, my power bank, which I actually have to charge because it's out of battery, but power bank and iPhone cable. I have my little compact mirror and hairbrush. I don't really use a brush, but I use it a lot for the little mirror to check if I have food in my teeth, because I hate having food in my teeth. So that's what I have this one for. And then last but not least in here, oh no, two more things. I have my AirPods, of course. I cannot leave the house without them, especially on trip. And then my wallet and keys. So I have this little card wallet from LV, and I've had it since I was 16. I use it literally every single day of my life. So this is one of those things that have just been like designer but extremely worth it for me, because I just love it and I use it every single day. It's not falling apart, but it's getting close to, and it's just like stuffed with lots of different like cards and receipts and all that. And attached to it I have my keys, and I also have this little guy from Fossil, which my dad bought like for me also ages ago when I was in high school from a business trip that he went on, and I just love it and I just keep it here. And that is everything that is in my Uniqlo bag, but I do also have this little claw clip on it. This is where I get a little bit psycho. My beige Uniqlo bag has the like turtle-y looking claw clip, and then over there my black Uniqlo bag has the same type of claw clip as the black one, so it matches, and that's how I coordinate them. I don't ever use like the black claw clip with this bag or vice versa. Don't know why, it just makes sense in my head. That is everything of like my extreme essential that I like to have very hands-on and easy to grab for. And now we can move on to this big monstrosity. like I can barely lift this, but I love this bag so much. And I am filming this video because if you watched my last week's video, I did a complete my to-do list with me vlog where it was my travel day, and so I had to pack, and I was like, oh, I also want to do a what's in my carry-on video to like go in details of what I carry. And I mentioned this bag right here, which is my Kipling black backpack, and I have had this bag since I think I was 10 or 12 years old, and it has been with me through so much ups and downs, and it has not given up on me yet. The day it does, I hope it never comes, but if it does, I know I'm actually gonna cry because I'm extremely attached to this bag. It's just like I don't remember the last time I went on a trip and I didn't have this bag with me. It's never let me down. It is the perfect size, it fits everything, and I also love that it has so many little compartments because I'm very much a compartment person. Like you'll notice that within the bag I have lots of different ziplocs and pouches to keep things in. So this bag is just beautiful, and my favorite color is black. It goes with anything, doesn't show that it's dirty, and honestly it's just lasted so well over all these years. I love Kipling, so big shout out to this bag. I don't believe that they make the exact same one. I'll see if I can find it, but if not, I'll leave like a similar one linked below, and I'll also link the Uniqlo bag down below. The Uniqlo bag is also like ride or die for me now, but it's very recently added into my life because it became a trend recently. But this bag, I don't think this was ever a trend, but it is my ride or die, like to the max. Like it is my perfect backpack and I love it, and I always try and find new backpacks, but I just haven't found one that beats this one, especially not for traveling. That's enough about my bag. Let's get into what's inside of it. These two little zippers up here on the side and on the top, I don't use them, so we're just gonna move on past them. We're gonna start, I think, with the smallest one first, which is just this one down here, and then I'll go on to the bigger one because it gets more exciting there. In this front little pocket, I have a pouch. This is my like emergencies / medication pouch. So again, with being over prepared, in here I have anything like period product related or any medicine, even for things that I don't need, but again, I don't want to be under prepared. So I have like tampons, I'll take like liners, pads, anything that I need in the period space will be here as well. And I also have lots of different medications. Now let me explain, these aren't all like prescribed medications. I have things like throat pastilles. This, again, you just never know when you're gonna need it. I hate if I have like an itchy throat and I just can't stop coughing, that cough that is like not a proper cough, it almost sounds like you're faking it. And if that happens to me on the plane, I'll just die of embarrassment because, again, anxiety. So these can be very helpful, for example, in an itchy throat. I have wind relief tablets. Again, you don't know if you get bloated or just like that really like gas stomach pain, you might need this. I've had a friend need this before on a trip, so it's just good to have with you. This one is Benadryl. I had hay fever really bad, I mentioned it in a few videos. This one I'm not needing at the moment, but just allergy tablets, you just don't know. I have, this one's quite funny, I have Imodium diarrhea tablets. Again, really on theme with the over prepared. If I get food poisoning on a trip, and like especially if I'm somewhere where I don't know the language or things are just closed, this can really come in handy. So you just never know. And I don't mind talking about this. Like I have had a friend need this before. That's the one that is gone there actually. And I just like having all this stuff. What else do I have? This is like a little medicine haul. This one's my prescribed like migraine medication because I have migraines. And then I have another prescribed one, anxiety medication. So this is if like, I don't take this every day, but if I have like an anxiety attack or a panic attack, if I know that I'm gonna be in a situation where like, I know for sure I'm gonna be extremely anxious, I can take one of these beforehand to help me like kind of maintain myself like okay. But in case I do get an anxiety or panic attack out of nowhere, I can also take this to kind of calm myself down. And then the last one I have in here is just some nausea medication. This again goes with like food poisoning, anxiety, I don't know, nervous, stress, anything like motion sickness, which I don't have but friends have. This is nausea medication for that. So those are all of my pills. Let me just put them back. And I just love having these. Some of these are necessary, some are extremely just like for preventative measures. This, by the way, I carry with me like every day to work. Most places I go, I'll take this with me, but definitely on trips as well. Cool, so that's that little haul. And then I have one more thing in this front little pocket, which is my makeup remover wipes and contact lenses. Now, I don't use makeup remover wipes on a day-to-day at home. I use like the micellar water for the cotton pads, but on trip, it's just so much easier to have the wipes and take like the micellar water that has to go in like your liquids bag and all of that. So I take just some wipes with me, and I don't use a lot of makeup anyway, like even on vacation, so having this has been really useful to me. And then contact lenses, I use my glasses on a day-to-day basis, but some days if I'm filming or I don't want to be wearing a bit more makeup or wearing sunglasses specifically, I would need my contacts, so I keep that in here. And that's everything on this pouch, so I'm just gonna zip that up. Moving on to the second one, which is the middle pouch. Starting off, I have a pen and pencil. I don't know why, but again, I don't want to be in a situation where I might need a pen or pencil and I don't have it. Specifically a pen, not really a pencil. I usually take a pencil if I'm taking like my journal, which I like to sketch in sometimes, but it's currently not packed in here just because of the amount of things that I have. And I'll get to that in a second of like whether or not I'll take my journal. But I have a pen and pencil in here anyway. It doesn't really weigh anything, doesn't take up much space, and I like having them. And then I have another pouch inside my bag because again, I love pouches and little organizing things. And this is actually, I got on a flight. Like, you know how like the first or business class they give like nice pouches? Some people just leave them behind, so like I'll just take it if I see it. And this is one of those things. It looks like a little Sephora pouch. But, oh, and it kind of matches my top as well. How funny. So here, this is my tech girly pouch. So it's actually quite heavy for what it is. But I have all of my chargers and cables and like extra SD cards, extra battery for my camera. All of that is in here. So this is just my cables and chargers, etc. pouch, and I just love it. It's extremely like sturdy as well. Like, I just really love this pouch, and I got it for free from the airplane, from a seat that wasn't mine, but they just left it, so it's all good. And I have one more thing in this second pouch right here, and that is my tripod. Now this I would typically only take if I plan on filming a video, like if I'm gonna vlog the trip or take clips for myself. So it's extremely portable and it's pretty lightweight for a tripod, so it just fits my camera and my bag really nicely. And also if I need to, like, if I want to take it with me out and about when I'm actually on vacation, I can also fit it in this bag, which is really useful. And that's everything for that second pouch, so I'm just gonna zip that up. And then we've covered the two little front ones, and now we're going into this very big one, which is where I have most of my things. Again, this bag is huge, so this really goes like quite deep and wide, this bag. I guess we can start with the first thing I see, which is my snack bag. Like I mentioned, I get like anxious a lot of times, and I can also get migraines. Both of those things, I might need food out of nowhere. Like if I'm just not feeling great, I like to have snacks with me. Preventative measures again. But here, we're actually going to Brighton tomorrow, which is why I packed this in the Ziploc. But I have a like nut snack mix, a fruit and nut bar, and an apple. Pretty like nice things, you know, good to digest and also just can keep you full. I always have snacks with me, and if I don't bring snacks with me, I'll always buy them at like the train station or the airport and keep it in my bag. I have, of course, my liquids bag. And then I have my hairbrush. I have like this hairbrush, which I only use when my hair is dry. And I have a wet brush, which is the same size for when your hair is wet. But I'm not going to take two full-size brushes with me when I'm on vacation. It just doesn't make sense, especially because I'm not going to wash my hair every day. So that's why I use the compact one if I do have wet hair. And if not, I just use this one on my day-to-day. Next in here that I can see is my makeup bag and my makeup brushes. So the makeup brushes, I just put it in a Ziploc because I don't want to get it dirty, like my bag packed dirty, the inside of it with makeup powder and all of that. And then my makeup bag is this little pink one here, which I have had since I was a child. I don't know where I got this or when. I really don't. It's just one of those things that has come with me through every move and phase of my life, but I really like it. It holds a lot. Yeah, it's just a really nice makeup bag. In terms of the makeup I take on vacation, it always depends. Most of the time I won't take all of this, but in case I want to take it, it fits in here and it's nice and pretty compact still. So I always take my makeup in my carry-on bag. I rarely ever take checked bags anymore unless I'm going to like Brazil or something, which is where I'm from, by the way. That's not like a random country I mentioned. But I like to take my makeup bag in my carry-on. I just don't want to risk it exploding. I feel like it's safer in the carry-on than how they throw it with the check bags. And then next we have, I put like my camera pouch, even though you are on my camera right now. If I'm not vlogging like the entire trip, it will be in here. If I am vlogging a trip, then my camera will go in my Uniqlo bag so I can get it really easily. But this is just my little camera bag to keep it protected. This right here is one of the most handiest things ever. My mom got this for me from like a work event. I'm sure you can find this, but I'm pretty sure they're kind of expensive because this is one of those like fully universal adapters, and it's really cool. You can like use this slider to pop out like for the Europe one, or you can drag it to get the UK one out. And it's just so great. It has a US one, of course, and it has 2 USB ports, and you can fit all the plugs here. So literally, if I'm going on a trip, I only need this because I can plug like my phone and watch on here, and then I can charge like my iPad or my computer on this, and I can just use one plug. Like, it's so convenient. So if you don't have one of these and you do travel a lot, or just like and you're traveling to multiple different countries, this is extremely useful, and it's lightweight as well. So highly recommend having a universal adapter. And also, if you can, find out the USB ports, because that's really helpful. And then before we get into like the laptop sleeve, I have here my jewelry organizer, which I also mentioned in my last video. It is one of the best things I've ever purchased from Amazon. So let me just open it for you and show you. So this is what it looks like when you open it. Beautiful. So you have spaces for rings over here. I keep more like bulkier earrings and then necklaces here that are like my kind of like my rock pendant necklaces. I have my earrings here that are like stud like earrings, and then you can put this down, and then I have some hoops and extra necklaces over here, but I will link this down below. I linked it in my other video as well. When I took this on like my trip to Germany, which I went to stay at my boyfriend's parents' house, and I showed this to his mom, she was obsessed. Like, I'm gonna give it to her as a gift. Again, this is one of those things that I always take in my carry-on bag because I just don't want to risk losing it. So jewelry and like tech, all of that will always go in my carry-on bag. And then last but not least, we have the laptop sleeve. Now, remember I mentioned earlier about taking my notebook with me, like my journal, which is also can be like a sketchbook. I will take my physical journal if I'm not taking my iPad. And then if I'm taking my iPad, I won't take the journal because I'm always gonna have my laptop with me. And that obviously already weighs a lot and it's pretty chunky. But then I also have my iPad with me too, with my pencil. This is typically if I'm going away for longer periods of time. Like for Brighton, we're literally going for a day now, so I'm not taking it. I'm taking my MacBook because I have to edit. But when we went to Germany for a week, I did take it because it was nice to be able to like download shows and have this. And also if I need to work on my thumbnail and draw anything, I would have this with me. But that brings us to the end of this video. My bag is completely empty, both this one and the Uniqlo one. These are typically things that I would take on every single trip, whether it's short or long. But yeah, I believe that that is everything I have to share with you. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching and staying until the end. I really appreciate you guys, and I am so excited to keep making more videos for you. If you have been enjoying this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. I completely forgot to mention sunglasses. They were like right in the bottom of the bag and I didn't see them in the back case, so sorry. But I also take my sunglasses with me if I'm gonna go somewhere where it's gonna be sunny a lot. The sunglasses I bring are these ones here, and I love them so much because they're so iconic. They used to belong to my mom in the literal 90s. Like, look at this. Like, they are Calvin Klein from the late 90s, and I just love them so much. So my mom passed them down to me. I do have to be very careful with them. But yeah, these are the sunglasses that I take. And that is everything. Bye!